Hi, Caspar, on the 9th of January 2022, and it's a Sunday. I've been cooking porchetta next door, which has been cooking while I've been out on a dog walk. It looks fantastic, and I thought I'd open something rather fantastic to drink with it. So this is 2013 Meursault Premier Cru Goutte d'Or from domain Buisson-Charles. 2013, fascinating vintage and one of the easiest white burgundy vintages to identify. It has the most extraordinary acidity, and when I describe it as sour, the wines have always had this sweet and sour sort of character to them, with the fruit being sweetly ripe and the acidity adding this sour element. Makes it sound a bit unattractive, but I heard a piece on Radio 4 a little while ago which was putting forward the idea that over recent centuries human taste has moved away, has moved towards sweetness in terms of the things we eat. I blame Elizabeth I, who, as many will know, was a complete sugar addict, which is why her teeth turned black. But this piece on Radio 4 was putting forward the idea that actually things that are sour and bitter are actually can be incredibly good for you. So 2013, the best examples are sour in a positive way, in a sort of enlivening, sort of lively way, full of energy. Add energy to the wine, and a beautiful colour. I mean, it's bright gold, bright yellow gold, clear as a bell, absolutely glowing in the glass. I'm sure you probably can't see that, but it just looks like it looks mature. It's taken on colour with bottle age, but it looks very good. Goutte d'Or, the golden drop. Let's see if it tastes like a golden drop. It's a lovely, rich, dense nose. It's orchard fruit. It's russet apple. It's russet apple skins. There's an element of cheese rind as well. And gosh, we can use these expressions, sour, cheese rind, that make the wine sound really unappetizing, but actually it's a positive observation. It's a bottle age characteristic, I'm absolutely sure. But it's got something of the old timers who used to love the style of Meursault of years ago, that sort of honey and nuts and big rich wines. I think are disappointed by modern iterations where the grapes are picked earlier. The wines are much more focused, much more direct, higher in acidity, and are perhaps lacking that breadth and that sort of very honeyed character. Might, smelling this, find something encouraging. It's almost got the sort of that slight lanolin character that you find in mature Chablis, but sort of russet apples liqueur, including the skins, and that slight cheese skin character. I wonder if that's a Lee's character. I don't really know, but a whiff of sort of faint smokiness. Golden delicious. It's rich. It's the nose is really full. It's got a lot of character. Sort of envelops your olfactory senses. It smells very nice. Let's see if that nose bodes well for the palate. There's a wine in absolute full flight of its maturity, and what it's retained is this incredible focus. And I think that focus, part of that focus is this extraordinary sour acidity that makes your palate absolutely sit up and pay attention. It really demands attention, the freshness in this wine. There's an apple and pear, and within it is this really firm core of structure that pushes right through, and it starts quite early on and gathers momentum until the fruit sort of almost fades away, and not in a bad sense, but what one is left with is this extraordinary sort of spine of sour, slightly mineral, very focused, laser focused structure to it. It's a wine of immense precision, certainly on the palate. I did chill it in the fridge for a while, and then I took it out half an hour ago and opened it at that time to let it breathe a bit. It's a wine you could decant into a decanter quite happily. It's got a sort of green pineapple density to it. The nose is absolutely chock full. I mean, it's dense, rich. And absolutely 2013. It's got concentration. It's got power. I don't think there's any hurry to drink this. You know, if the cork is in a good place, I think this will keep another 5 years, 10 years. I mean, Domaine Buisson-Charles traditionally are renowned for their age-worthiness of their white wines, and what a thing! I mean, it leaves you with this sort of spritz of acidity and just scrubs the tongue with it. It's a really delicious thing, I've got to say, with a piece of fatty pork belly, the porchetta I have next door. It'll be absolutely spot on, I suspect. I think I might have one bottle left in my case of this wine, and I'm slightly regretting the fact that I haven't got another 4 or 5 just to see how it develops over the next 5, 6, 7 years. And actually with air in the glass, I think it's becoming, if anything, more direct, more focused. Gosh, dense but not broad, focused, and yet concentrated. That's a really, really fine white Burgundy. Goodness me. What a lovely thing. Well, there we are, 13, I think it said 13.5% on the back label. So that's been 2013 Meursault Premier Cru Goutte from Domaine Buisson-Charles. What a lovely thing. Gosh, I'm enjoying absolutely every mouthful of it. It's a really, really good wine.